Hello and welcome back to another Dirty Secrets, where we're going to be discussing the news and some interesting facts or knowledge, I should say, in general, from our point of view of builds. So currently in the news, tomorrow is the last, or actually today is the last day of Invaders from Beyond. It should be ending at noon tomorrow Eastern time, which me personally I'm happy for. Uh, I don't know about anyone else, but I'm tired of shooting aliens. uh, and in other news, with the Inside the Vault that was released this past week, the PTS is returning with the access to try out the new expeditions. The White Springs will be taken over by the returning new and improved responders. They will offer up daily missions. Apparently, I think it's about three currently, based on what the Inside the Vault said. Uh, and what will happen is we will collect some item to replenish the ultrasight energy cell that we need. And what will happen is sorry uh we will collect these items, and then what we'll do is we'll be able to go on an expedition. Currently there will be only one expedition available for us to try out on the PTS when it becomes live, and the objective is to do the missions, uh base objectives, and then the optional ones. Now, with doing the base objectives, you earn just the standard rewards. Doing optional increases the rarity of the rewards. In addition, if you complete all of the optional objectives, you get a currency that can be used at the responders vendor at the White Springs to purchase a rare reward. Now, I have no information how much these rewards are or what kind of rewards there will be. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of data miners out there that have easily gone through and found out what the items are. Um, and then, of course, all this can be found on Inside the Vault last week on Bethesda's website. But with other Fallout news, Amazon will begin filming their new Fallout series in June. As far as I know, the only information I have is Walton Goggins will be the star of this show. And until further details are released, I can't wait. Uh, this weekend will be a double score weekend, starting on Thursday at 12 Eastern. What will happen is all your dailies will be doubled. So, not double quantity, just double value. So, your 250s will be 500, your 500s will be 1,000, and so on. The other thing that will be starting on Thursday at noon will be Minerva's Big Sale. According to where'sminerva.com, she will have list number 12 available, which contains solar power armor, the or I'm sorry, solar scout armor, and the T65 power armor, also with the Crusader pistol. So if you've been looking for that pistol, now's the time to get it. And then of course we have Athlanter on, and he will be discussing with me the ins and outs of some builds that we both enjoy to play and have some knowledge about. And then also we can also discuss other types of builds that might be more effective or less effective and more fun to play.
Yo, yo.
So what's your favorite build?
Hey, you know me, man. I got two builds. Well, two based builds. You got power armor, you got bloody. Within power armor, gotta go vampire exploding. Bloody, gotta go unarmed.
Well, I mean, the bloody, the unarmed, I mean, that's high risk for high rewards too. So,
You say high risk. Between evasive, high AP, and serendipity, it's rare.
yeah. But the thing is, you go up against Scorchbeast Queen. Now you run into an issue as a melee. That
Oh, go up against Scorchbeast Queen, you stay in the back with a minigun.
just like most people. Uh, I personally prefer a rifleman build as a bloodied. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy playing the bloodied melee because it's fun just to go up and just smash stuff. Especially with the new legendary perks that they put in a couple years ago. Uh, you go in there and hack and slash, man. He just bats everything down.
Hack and slash and the exploding palm is so very dangerous. But
Yeah.
really, the draw of the bloodied unarmed is the ability to hardcore parkour.
Hardcore parkour.
Marsupial, the bird one, and the mechanic when you're vatzing of it warps you that last couple meters. Oh, you feel like Spider-Man just swinging around the city.
And so, and the bird one that he's referring to is the bird bones mutation, uh, which reduces the fall damage that you receive, and also controls your descent a lot better. Or actually, I'm sorry, it increases the damage you'd receive from falling, because makes your limbs weaker, which is also why, as a bloody build, you most likely run adamantium skeleton, because who wants a broken leg when they're fighting stuff? Especially since, as a bloody build, I know me personally, whenever I get radiated, it's mostly my legs that receive most of the limb damage from being radiated, which I can show you right here. My legs are about to go out from underneath me. If I didn't run that adamantium, I'd be dead all the time. Any must-have perks that are not the standard bloody build that you would recommend for the melee?
1 second.
And just so our viewers know that we are both currently playing on public, doing our own little things. So I know he's doing his thing and I'm doing mine. Waiting around for events to pop up and do those fun things. But as far as the bloody build goes, there's so many options that you could go. As far as the rifleman and stuff, I know I also double as an explosive on my melee bloody.
I mean, Bloody's he's got what? Unarmed pistol, rifle, commando. You can do shotgun, but with shotguns suck for shotguns, not because of the build. Is there another viable?
Well, see,
Or two-handed melee?
yeah, which I've recently started doing with my melee. As far as shotguns go, it's gauze shotgun or no shotgun at all. Honestly, it's just too powerful. With the gauze being a innate explosive, and the fact that you don't need too many perks to make it effective, so you can actually double down with the melee with the shotgun. Is
I don't like the charge mechanic of the charge shotgun, and from what I've seen, I have not been able to make a non-gauze shotgun better than a rifle, any rifle by far, by a pretty large margin. Which is sad because you'd think an explosive combat shotgun would be beast.
Now, I know another one that a lot of people like is the pepper shaker, which that one I believe utilizes both the heavy weapons and the shotgun perks. But the problem is they're both strength, so it's one or the other. But if you do a power armor build with the pepper shaker, you can use stabilize, and stabilize is your anti armor for that build. So technically, you could have a really strong shotgun build, which is power armor.
Could, but if I'm in power armor and running heavy weapons, gotta go with that. Gotta go with the explosive minigun 50 cal, or if you're lucky enough to have a legacy, makes you just immortal.
Well, that's true. But I know the current stigma about legacies is either you love them or you absolutely hate them. There are a lot of people who are irresponsible with them and make the game unfun for a lot of people. Uh, I personally have a legacy on my power armor build, and I try to be respectful of people. I will stand back and pick off things on the outskirts. Because one, I don't need the XP like everyone else does. Because honestly, if I'm gonna try to get the daily to level up, I'm gonna go to a lower character or something that's more effective at leveling. Or, being as high as he is, it's my power armor build's 491, so it takes me a good solid PlayStation session just to make a level or two.
I might be benefiting from having the lesser of the legacies that we got. I don't think I really out damage anybody.
Well, Gatling laser explosive is still a solid weapon, but yeah, I would have to agree that it is not the best of the legacy heavy weapons.
Yeah, it doesn't. I outlast anything. It doesn't really chew through big things. It just gives me the time to not care.
Yeah. Another thing that I've noticed about the power armor builds is that the the way you could align your legendary armors on that, with the 42% innate ballistic resistance, the 90% reduction in radiation. I mean, you could easily do a bloody power armor build. But you would still have to worry about certain things though. Namely, the if you're doing that, you're gonna have radiation damage still, because that 10% you're gonna have to cover, but you're not gonna cover that, as a bloody build. Usually, what people do is they'll throw wet rads on, or legacy legendary perks, and that would suffice.
See, my power armor build recommendations are: it is very much upon the laziest way of playing. Because when I'm on my power armor, I forget I have a health bar. I forget I have a rad bar. I just walk wherever I want to go, kill what I want to kill, take what I want, and leave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've seen my power armor build, and I walk around with 500 stim packs, and I don't use them, like, ever. Like, I should, but normally he's just a mule to hold on to him, so that way I can swap out to other characters that use the diluted stim packs. So I'll break them down. Or if someone that I know needs stim packs, I'll just donate them to them. Or, run into a newer player. I did that the other night. I ran into someone who was new, dropped 50 stim packs for him because they said they wanted a bunch. But as more, I want to say veteran players, we understand that stim packs are plentiful, especially if you're doing the events and you're doing the content as desired.
Daily ops given to you 20 at a time.
Yeah, going into daily ops and seeing them just everywhere. um, and of course, as with your power armor build, I know you must run into a non-issue with ammo, knowing that you use fusion cores. You don't get the contextual ammo that they have in all of the other weapons.
Yeah, the only saving grace for my fusion cores is not the plentifulness of them, it's the conversion rate of 1 to 9 when you make them into ammo.
For the ultrasight conversion, which
Yep.
that's if you can get away with doing ultrasight, that's the way to do it. Especially if you're running the Earls and the Scorch Beast Queens and stuff, and farming the flux and converting it to stabilized. I mean, not everyone's going to have the same resource pool available to them, but it does make it effective. I know doing 45 with ultrasight is not super effective. I mean, you make more bullets, but man, when you go through them, it feels like you can never get ahead. And the only way I can fathom getting ahead is doing daily ops nonstop, just to build up my reserves. Having everything drop, between what 12 and 20 rounds of 45. So it's a very unique situational thing. And I know I used to run around with a minigun, uh, with, ultrasight 5 millimeter, and I was making 30,000 rounds every day because I was going through it. You wouldn't think so, but man, it just you you spray bullets like it's water. You just pour it out on the ground pretty much. And I know we had a discussion the other day about a Berserker build, which I think is just it's silly to think about, especially the way you want to have it done, uh, which is just a combat knife going around butt naked, stabbing everything.
Oh yeah.
But then again, I think you switched up from combat knife to switchblade, which that's just even more
Well, I
insane.
mean, you said you wanted a challenge, so I'm trying to figure out what would be the worst possible thing to do.
Yeah, at that point, I'd be running around in like an hazmat suit and just stabbing things until they died. Uh, I wouldn't be very effective at running a nuke, but I'm pretty sure I could survive. And at that point, you might as well just be a bloodied berserker, just to have the extra defensives.
Well, I mean, now you're talking, we're getting into better armors and perks and stuff. The challenge to you is to do it not just naked gear, but also naked character. Because I fully expect you'd be able to construct a effective berserker bloody knife build.
Oh, I mean,
In fact, I'll check that. I have no doubt you'd be able to do a berserker bloody knife build if it wasn't also limiting your perks and legendary perks in armor.
oh, that's true. Armor is a non-issue because there isn't no armor for berserkers. The less you wear, the more damage you do. So, and of course, any damage resist negates the full damage potential of that build.
You know what? I never said it for the challenge, and I probably should have. It also means not a legendary weapon.
Oh, see, it can't because for a berserker's build to work, you have to have a berserker's weapon.
Well, yeah, that's the point. I want you to be as handicapped as possible to see how long it takes you to drop a nuke.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Or, as I said, I will accept the answer of no. Getting through the nuclear silo with just a switchblade isn't possible.
I mean, it could be possible, but not without it being a legendary. Because you've already neutered him in damage without the legendary weapon of potential damage, I should say, uh, based on the fact that the berserker build is based around the increased damage on the weapon. Otherwise, you're just playing a naked character from straight from the vault, and that's how everyone starts. Of course, I remember when I started, there, the only weapon you could find was the one that you found on the body around the corner, which I didn't know was there. So I was punching liberators all the way down to the overseer camp until I made my machete.
Can't you get a weapon from those two ladies you meet?
With Wastelanders coming out and them being there now, yes, they will give you a weapon.
Okay.
Before, uh, there was no weapon. You had to find one, and it wasn't a very fun experience when you're being chased by liberators. And even then, ammo was like, oh, so rough. Now it's like you run into one person and they're dropping all their ammo and they're like, "Here, have this free stuff." And you're like, "Really? What do I have to do? Are you gonna kill me for it? What?" And so they do that, and you end up learning how easy it is to get the ammo in the game. See you up back there making faces at me.
Why am I still wearing the Monster Mash helmet?
It doesn't show it on my side. I know someone else posted it into the Bethesda Discord under the Fallout 76 bugs section that they seen that error or that bug. And it's just a visual bug on your side.
Well, I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a temporary thing. Once you log out and you know, come back in, it should fix itself. That's how that usually runs with the most bugs in this game. Some bugs are interesting. Uh, I quite enjoy seeing people standing next to themselves when they get disconnected and come back. That one's always fun to see. But as far as all the builds that we have, you know, there are a few that I've tried out. Another one that I really want to try out is the pistol build, but I want to have a Crusader's pistol available to me as soon as possible. The problem is that you need 2,000 T notes and to wait for Minerva to have it in her shop, which, again, big sale this weekend. If you're looking for it, it's going to be there. And one. How are we doing tonight, Greg? See, Greg has joined us in the chat.
Greggy. Look at Greg. I'm streaming.
uh, I don't think you're streaming as much as I am.
Juice Star. Hit it.
Some the best legendary effect you can get on a power armor. Overeaters. That's so overpowered. It's not even funny.
I'm working on it. It's taking forever.
It does, especially when you have to like wait every day for your script to reset, cash in those armor pieces.
Actually, the power armor build was the other problem. I didn't have any cores.
Well, see, I haven't had an issue with the core unless I start a new character. And then I'm like,
mind you, I haven't on the melee build. I haven't been playing the power armor build all that much, so it had a ton of script saved up and no cores.
Yeah. So you were able to buy all the modules you wanted, but no cores.
Hey, where are you?
Which I'm still saving modules and script on a couple of characters just for the project build that I'll be working on. Which I haven't attempted this current time frame because of aliens.
Other side.
Oh, thank you. How much in caps today? The two possible that were here, there was none. But but yeah, it's this has been a interesting experience playing this game, learning a lot of the ins and outs, seeing all the perks that combinations you could possibly have. Like recently, and you know this. Recently, I've started using Gun Fu, and that perk is just it's very powerful, but very interesting the way the mechanics of it work. If there's a group of enemies, it might throw you in a 360 to target the one behind you for some reason.
If it wasn't glitchy, it would be ridiculously overpowered.
Well, I mean, it's still overpowered, um, even with groups of enemies. I like it. As one being a bloodied rifleman or commando, I should say. Uh, I I have a lot of AP, ridiculous amount of AP, and in getting my first AP regen item finally. Here we go, fun stuff.
Oh, where'd you go?
I just killed a Marler Queen over here at the Max Farm. But for newer players, I know there's a lot of things available to us that have higher level characters, such as the legendary perks, which a lot of people forget. You know, newer player won't have their first one until level 50, and then even then, they have to get higher to get more. Um, which I believe the max you can have is 6, and you obtain that once you hit, I believe, 300.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like forever to get to 300, but it really doesn't take that long if you follow, a path. There's a couple different paths you can take throughout the game. Hit a bunch of
Don't listen to him.
creatures
For normal people, it's a challenge.
for normal people. Well, I know there is a double XP coming up here soon, and what's going to happen is we're going to have a weekend of insane nukes being dropped. We're going to have people wanting to run daily ops all the time. It's going to be mass chaos everywhere. You're not going to find a lot of stuff alive, because people are going to be hunting them super mutants and them scorch beasts. They are the highest XP yield creatures in the game. I know there was one streamer who I think he did like 2,000 XP per kill on super mutants. I mean, that's like decked out strength, or I mean not strength, intelligence, which intelligence each point gives you 2% per point. So at a base of 15, that's
aliens.
So at the base of 15, that's 30% XP gained. Let's go head over to this alien event. Now this event, these aliens are so spongy. It's not even funny.
Not when you punch them.
Yeah, not when you punch them, but still, you got to close that distance.
No, you're right. They're still spongy. They take two full punches, sometimes a third. Oh, there's a cargo bot flying around too. I missed it. Oh, there it is.
for the new card.
Because they're so rare.
I know. I just got 5 the other day from the leaderboard or the scoreboard, and I was like, oh man, that's gonna add to my collection that I have. Those things are so heavy for a key card, weighing 1 pound. Like, is that thing made of like freaking what would it be like
They,
lead?
they're titanium.
They're
Clearly they're titanium.
I thought titanium was pretty light.
No, titanium's heavy.
I must be thinking of tungsten.
I thought it was. No, tungsten's real heavy. If titanium's light, then I'll change my answer to tungsten. Clearly they're made of tungsten.
I just know I use fishing weights, and the tungsten weights do not feel the same as lead weights to me. And I fish in the Gulf of Mexico, and it's just like, it feels like the current catches them a lot better. That's something I just can't explain. I'm not a fishing engineer. I'm just a person that loves to go fishing. Yeah, that is a cool looking power armor paint.
What the crap armor is that?
That is actually the paint you get from, I think, is it Earl? I believe it is. It's one of the nuclear winter paints. I actually have it on my power armor build. So I don't have it equipped currently, but that's one of them that's available. Kind of interesting, isn't it?
I mean, I like the iron effect, but the base armor is kind of not the best.
It's XO1.
Yeah, why would you wear an XO1 instead of Secret Service?
That's just the paint.
Must be destroyed. As a prerequisite, we need to lure out the alien commanders who control the force fields on the siphon.
Like, I'm not sure if it changes for... I don't know if it's available for T65 or not. But I know I've seen it on quite a few different sets. That's just crazy how many aliens there are. I know when I was on private the other day, and I decided to try to do this solo with the rifleman, and there was a lot less aliens per wave. By the time I was killing 5 of them, it would be like another wave would spawn in.
Yeah, I tried to solo it, and it was not good.
Didn't have as much fun as me?
Well, I wasn't as quick, which is not surprising, but it was also the power plant's not the right location for it. There's too many places to hide.
Oh, the dire chemical?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the ones I like is like Wavy Willard's, Garahan. Those ones are perfect for soloing. As far as Sundew Grove, I mean, if you're in the solo, at least they give you the little diamonds above their heads, or triangles, to mark where they are. But still, it's a pain in the butt to get around it. I hate it as a VATS build. one thing one thing that makes it very interesting about this event is the fact that they have those targeting grenades. You know, even though they're like missile attacks, but they show the grenade symbol, and it makes you move around as a person who sits back and vats.
Yeah, neither of my characters can.
Of course they don't. I mean, if you play a VATS character, you need to learn only one thing, and that's your enemy's weak spot. And it's not always the head.
Take them down and claim victory. You must destroy that brainwave segment.
It's just like the sentry bot. A lot of people don't realize you can VATS that fusion core. That thing is amazing.
Blap,
It's like,
blap, boom.
yeah, it's. I mean, I was on the challenge character that I did. How low could I get to launch a nuke with a character straight out of the vault? And of course, you know, I launched it at level. What was it 19? I launched it.
You started 18, and I think launching it took you to 19.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think it was 19 into 20 actually. But the thing is, I launched it, you know, prior to 20. But the point is though, is that sneaking in there and using a pistol shot, I was using a 44.
Well, as we have found out, the 44 is one of the most deadly weapons in the game.
Per the Fallout RPG. That is a very interesting rendition of this game, and the combat mechanics of that is very interesting as well.
It feels pretty true to the system.
It does, but you can. I feel the game you can maximize combat damage too easily. If you just one, I mean, I know one's RNG and you're at the mercy of the dice, but the thing is, with certain things, the dice are at your mercy.
Yeah, but I feel like the game's that way too. If you've got the little tricks, you know, like you to 44. 76 isn't quite as much, but the old school games, grab a pistol or grab a shotgun, run up to something, put it in its mouth, and pull the trigger. Didn't matter how big the thing was. That's how you survive low levels.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when I first started playing this game, I was using a pump action everywhere because it was effective. It got to that point where they have that issue with rubber banding.
Unexpected failure. We apologize for the inconvenience. Rest assured that our maintenance crews are working hard to minimize the outage and safely restore power. Based on current projections, most customers should expect power to be restored by...
I was playing Fallout 4 the other day, and I catch myself picking up items that I know scrap down to a certain scrap here in this game, but in that game, it's not the same. Like, I picked up a bloat fly gland, That does not break down in Fallout 4. So I was ended up carrying like 4 of those bad boys, and I was like, I've carried unnecessary weight. This is why I have to walk everywhere. But I think the hardest thing for this game is actually um, breaking down, um, is breaking down your ability that you want to hoard. I guess it's not ability. It's like your desire to hoard. Uh, oh yeah, Fallout 4 is still fun, no matter how you look at it. Um, in the playthrough I'm playing right now, uh, I killed my first legendary. I was like, oh man, and it was amazing what I got, which was a never-ending bolt-action pipe pistol. And one of the key things that I love about Fallout 4 was the fact that I could take the mods off the old gun and put them on my new gun. So now I have a bolt action pipe gun that never needs to be reloaded.
Can you pull Never Ending off of it?
So, I mean, I'm not sure exactly how it works because I haven't tried it yet since I modded it. Um, as I just got to Diamond City and I'm starting that part of the storyline. It took me a while to get to Diamond City, but I didn't get my legendary until the super mutants right before you get to Diamond City. You know which one is I'm talking about?
Uh, no.
So when you first walk up to Diamond City, you pass by a group of Diamond City guards versus super mutants, and they're all the super mutants are in this little house, and they're shooting down at the guards, and the way the game makes you path from where you come from, you actually walk past them on your way to the entrance of Diamond City. Oh man, look at that kitty cat. Poor kitty cat. Oh, there's another one. No,
Shoot
miss.
it?
No, they're already dead.
Oh, good.
I mean, I know Miss Anne would be upset.
Mm-hmm.
But but yeah, in the Fallout 4, you end up passing by um those super mutants, and that's where I picked up that legendary. It's the first time I ever seen a legendary at that location, and of course, I don't I don't crank the game up to super hard, so I get legendaries right outside the vault. That's just I'm playing casually. I'm not trying to do a challenge or anything. Even though playing on hard would be probably the same as about this right here. Just get in the levels, get your perks, and try to be effective.
My problem is if I'm playing Fallout 4, every level I get, I'm like, oh, I could have leveled up in 76.
Oh man, I forgot about this. Have you ever seen the mysterious box?
Nope.
All right, let me drop my tent somewhere close. Here we go. Go to my tent over here in Morgantown. There's a mysterious box, and it's a relic from the nuclear winter time. It has an automated message in there. Uh,
Hang on. Hey, collect the holotape for Monongah. Where's the holotape at?
okay. You mean the box interpreter? Interpreter?
No. It's part of Monongah's thing.
I'm not. Oh man, it's been a while since I've done that quest. Let me head
It's
back that way.
literally, it's under side quest, Millennius, pick up the holotape. Gives you no information.
Pick up the
Sorry,
holotape.
it's the mine. It's up at the mine, not the city.
Yeah, that's the okay. So when you go into do Earl, uh, so you have to wait for Earl to happen. Pick up that
Man,
holotape.
I could have sworn I picked up everything in when we've
But
done Earl.
it's when you first go in, there's a barrel right on right on the corner as you turn down the hallway where the all the workbenches are. So right there, and it sits next to the lantern on
I'll
top of the
have to
barrel.
remember next time we do it.
Yeah.
Or remind me later tonight when we kill Earl.
At some point. um, as far as uh, you know, that holotape, it's just an optional thing.
Where's this box at?
You'll see an orange box. So whenever you get that large crate, I forget what event it's from. I think it might be from Earl. That's what that large crate looks like. Which was also a nuclear winter reward. Remember when COVID first started and we couldn't find toilet paper anywhere? Playing this game, I've seen people sell toilet paper for 10,000 caps and actually sell it.
Yep. Immersion.
I know, right? It's like, then the world almost happened from a disease, while this world ended because of technology. And that's the thing that people forget about this game is like, it's the dangers of technology that they warn about. Like in this multiverse, I want to call it, because I know some people call it a divergent. It's about how dangerous technology advanced, even though it really didn't look like it advanced much. But then again, they didn't develop microchips. They were still on transistors and
Yeah,
tubes.
I feel like it wasn't the advancement of technology; it was the abuse of it. That's the core moral takeaway.
Yeah, I mean they went 100 years or 150 years. No, not even 150 years. Like say 125, 127 years with the same style. From the 1950s, which is about the time of the that was right after the Divergent for this society. And I feel like it reminds me of that song by Billy Joel. No, we didn't start the fire.
Damn, no caps.
So that's what it reminds me of with this game. Which I am surprised that's not in this game. Because it would be sort of kind of fitting. Well, I guess the idea of the song would be fitting, not the lyrics, based on the fact that we don't know if those events happened. We know some of them did. Not all of them.
Didn't you hear? People are saying there's gold everywhere.
Harder to swamp pop.
Oh yeah, we can go do that. That's a very interesting one to do as a bloody build.
Yeah, but gun fu made it a lot easier.
You know what makes it really hard? When it puts out that noxious gas.
Oh yeah.
A strangler heart's been picked up in the vicinity, and its vine-infested
And
creatures won't be
Oh, that's a good one.
to anyone listening. Take down that heart before
Why you say that?
it controls too many creatures and
Oh,
things get out of
I
hand.
saw your load screen of the alien ship camp.
Oh yeah, from the first time that the alien event happened, I was camp hopping and I was like, that is really cool. Like how they do these builds. It's like it's crazy. They And I know there was a big fuss last time because people complained about how they couldn't do stuff like that anymore. But yeah, they're crazy fun. I'm over here at Heart of the Swamp. Um, see, I see one person.
There we go. Now I'm traveling. This is Rowley Clay on a secure network.
Come to Heart and open back up. Did we break it? Remember, I used to break this as a bloodied melee build with the Deathclaw Gauntlet. Come up, punch it for 1700 damage before they did the damage nerf. Wonder if there's still a creature up. Didn't open back up. I don't see any stars either. Diamonds. I think it might be bugged.
Trying to stream it and you broke it.
And who's blaming me? I haven't broke this game in a long time. As I said, last time I broke this, I was playing a melee build before the damage nerf. Back when you could hit a target with your the rifleman character for 1500 to 2400 damage.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any enemies or anything either.
Yep. Yep, I don't see nothing. Use some of these free grenades that I've been getting.
I just sold all mine.
Yeah, I've been selling mine. Guess I'll go pick up these bombs over here at Crevasse Dam. Well, so Griff, with you being a bigger fan of Fallout 4 than you are 76, I feel it's because you haven't done the story. That's one of the things that would be better if you just played through to the story instead of to the events. I like the events because it gives the game something else. Um, I mean, besides Preston Garvey going, there's another settlement that needs your help. Plus, the fact is that this is the first game you could actually play with friends in the Fallout series. And I don't mean someone like McCready or Kate.
Maybe that's what we need to do. We need to get you back to 76, Greg, but this time, Dirty and I will each make a character and not pull in anything. Just start from scratch. Do the story at story pace, not mad dash to drop a nuke.
Well, here's the thing: it's like it's individual progression. So with them adding instanced areas, it's like we'd have to go in and do each thing that many times to all be at the same level or the same area of the quest lines.
I mean, that we could do a bit more. Let Greg have his at story pace, and then you and I could just quick finish him to catch up.
Yeah.
But I mean, the real crux there was not do outfitted characters, not do actually play the game to play the game.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like a lot of people get caught up in the MMO aspect of this game, and really it's not a true MMO. Based on the fact that there's only 24 people per server max that you can have at any given time. And even then, most people leave you alone. I personally, I mean, I've played so many characters and leveled them up and deleted them and leveled them up again and deleted them again. I've probably deleted 20 characters that are 100 plus. I know one of our mutual friends, he sat there and said, "Man, have you ever decided just to focus on one character? Because you would be level 1,000 by now." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I could, but what's the point?"
Didn't you do that math once, and it wasn't
right.
extreme because of the curve?
Well, I mean, the time spent, I could have had a easily a 1,200 level character. The time spent and the effort I put forward.
You think?
Well, I mean, I've leveled up at least 15 of them to above 300. So you figure if I've leveled 15 characters above level 300, I have a spreadsheet. I'd be able to tell you how much XP it is total to get to that level, and it would blow people's minds. But I calculated that I would have 1,100 level character, based on my last time that I calculated how many characters I had, which was just the characters I had in the character select menus.
I thought it ended up being less than that.
I I've had more time to play those other characters. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like you don't think about like how much time you would spend doing this stuff, but I have no problem deleting a level 300 character. Just move all this stuff off, delete it, start a new character. Gives me a fresh perspective. This is how I figure out builds. Gives me an opportunity to to experiment. I hate how there are standard builds that are super effective. Rifleman Commando being one of them. Now here's a neat little caveat that a lot of people don't know. This item right here is the only hat item in the game that has a damage resist. And it shows up as 3 damage resist on your person. And I am talking about the tattered molehead. And it's just crazy, like that's the only one in the game. But yet in Fallout 4, when you go around, you can actually find what combat armor helmet that has damage resist. But as far as that, oh, as far as that head, that head item, it's 3 damage resist on paper. Which to me that's insanity. That it would be that high. It shows up as 1 on the total though. But how many times have you picked up an army helmet and been like, all right, I get some protection on my head, and to find out it's just completely useless. Must be in combat, huh?
Nah, I'm game freaking dumped.
Oh, your game crashed.
Now it's searching for world, yet it shouldn't be.
It's always fun. Ah, well, see, I was still playing Fallout on and off, even while playing EverQuest. It was just something to do at the time. Taking a break from this game while they were, working on other things. I was looking for more content, and what we got was shelters. And most people know me, I'm not a big camp builder. So, yeah. I don't make fancy camps. If I make a fancy camp, it's good.
That's not entirely true.
I mean, the current camp I have is probably the fanciest camp I have.
I mean, your tire fort wasn't unfancy.
That was just for fun, for the heck of it. But I haven't touched that character in a while to even try to see what else I could do.
I want to be a camp builder, but between just not having the ability to express my creativity and 76's
Limitation
with very basic camp building mechanics that just needle me, I can't seem to ever really get into it.
Yeah, and one thing that I would recommend is actually going to watch those YouTube videos with people who do camp building. They do amazing videos out there with all the tips and tricks, how to get the double walls and how to, do the multiple items on a table and things without having big issues. I know one person who does camp of the week. That they'll go out every week and they sit there and they just go every service. They'll go Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and they will literally look at people's camps that other people suggest they look at. They'll tell them their gamer tag and say, "Hey, go check out this person's camp. It's really cool." And it could be on, the public servers. It could be on the world building server. It could be anywhere. And the world building server, oh my gosh, if you want to have unrestricted things with world building, go there. Try it out. You can remove all the snap grid stuff, even in the open world. You can take off the restrictions of having the camp not being able to be built because you're too close to a fast travel location. Things like that. That's a pretty cool idea. I mean, it really appealed to a lot of people. I watched someone do an island where it was a skull, They made their whole house the sculpt. It was crazy looking. And it was one of the camps of the weeks that was set. And I enjoyed watching those videos. I couldn't do anything like that because I'm not that imaginative. I'm too concise in how I want things. I like squared off edges and uh, everything to be flush, you know. But that's just me. I have OCD tendencies when it comes to that stuff. Now, I don't know if you heard earlier, Greg, but I mentioned that one thing I would like to see for this game is to have a limited scrap box for people who didn't want to pay for Fallout First. And then once you upgrade to Fallout First or your Fallout First expires, it would go to a limited space instead of unlimited. I thought that would be a cool little feature. I know another cool feature is that I would love to see bigger teams. I know Athlanter would probably agree with that. There's just too many people that we play with that we can't get them all on the same team all the time.
Yeah, especially with one Wastelander normalizing all of the XP anyway. It's not really, wouldn't really break anything.
Yeah, I mean, wow, these lawn gnomes really ooh, directed by a teddy bear, Teddy Fear. This I have to take a picture of. I love taking pictures of the teddy bear scenes. They're just so funny. So, the Teddy Fear has an army of little gnomes, and they have an axe with the guy's head. Looks like its head chopped off while he's sitting on a lawn chair. It's funny. I'll drop my tent so you can take a look. I always enjoy those. And the fact that you find them. Ooh, look at that. Someone launched a nuke.
Yay!
Attention, citizens.
Looks like
Nuclear
SBQ.
strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience.
Fast travel down there and just hang out.
Thank you for your
Well, we got a moment.
cooperation.
Speaking of a moment, why don't we take this time to have Bruno remind us that you can like and subscribe. And don't forget there's a Discord link in the description. Ooh. I think I need to move a little bit.
Yo, this is gonna be a good opportunity
For what? I'm sorry.
switching over to Steam. I need to catch a nuke again.
Oh yeah, I still got to do that too. I haven't done that forever. But make sure you drop your scrap off before you do that.
Yeah, I'm hitting camp first to scrap, get the minigun.
Guess I'll stand in the nuke zone. Pitch that nuke. check out where the middle of the circle is. Oh, it's way out there. Golly, he's catching the edge of the fissure, Prime. You're gonna have plenty of room to fight up here. Yeah, he's out here, boys.
Should I bring the minigun or the Fat Man?
Hey, the Fat Man's is a pretty light show. I know that much, but it's whatever's more effective for you.
Do,
Oh.
do people hate the Fat Man?
Yes. People who are not set up effectively to run this game lag out because of the Fat Man.
Nah, I'll just bring the bloody. I'll just bring the machine gun then. Crap! I hope I make it in time.
I see you on the map here. I thought someone was launching another nuke. It's just I have the audio glitch of the air horn going off, or the siren. Oh, I was almost there. I can't believe it didn't kill me.
Oh, yeah, it didn't kill me either.
The radiation will get you.
Oh crap! It's gonna respawn us in the zone, isn't it?
You can fast travel to the V9 really quick. As soon as you land, open up your map and fast travel. Or just run north. I looked at the map. You're not that far from the edge. And I leveled up again. Not a lot of trash today on this one.
No, there's none.
I miss the old Scorch Beast fights. And I know some people don't understand what I'm talking about, but when we used to do this, it was like 20 minutes of non-stop carnage. It was just crazy. Because of how many creatures there would spawn from each time she landed. Even when she did her flybys with the, so I like to call it the crop dusting. I got Electro Enforcer, of all things. Oh wow, got a 2-shot 10mm pistol. That might be fun to use on another build.
Mutant Slayer's Hellcat left arm.
It's all fun and games. So you run out of stash space. in its pure panic mode. Yeah, I got a Zealot's Electro Enforcer with 40% more power attack damage, and Bat's crit meter fills 15% faster. That's definitely going to be a strip weapon. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap my stream up here tonight. I appreciate you all for watching. Next week, I will try to come back with New Vegas, as I know that's a favorite for a lot of people, as some people have reached out to me about it, and they really enjoyed some of the content I produced with that. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to reach out and you join the Discord. Suggest different projects that I could work on, builds or challenges. Doesn't matter. Let me know. But I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.
Later.